right, about 10:15 on the East Coast. You're watching Morning Rush, and we do want to get back to our coverage of the PACT Act deadline tomorrow, which expands health care and benefits for those exposed to burn pits and toxic substances.
The Secretary of Veterans Affairs says around 4 million veterans deployed over the last 30 years are exposed to these burn pits. Since the PACT Act was passed, the Department of Veterans Affairs has recorded more than 780,000 disability claims. Only 435,000 claims have been processed. That's leaving a significant backlog, and nearly 350,000 claims have been approved.
Texas has had one of the largest veteran populations in the country, more than 1.5 million, in fact, according to the VA. Republican Representative Monica de la Cruz represents the 15th Congressional District in southern Texas near San Antonio, and she's joining us live now to discuss the impact of this PACT Act. Thank you, Congresswoman, for being with us. We appreciate it. Good morning to you. Do you think the act does enough as it stands now, and what exactly are you hearing from your constituents?
Good morning. Well, our veterans are so important to us. As you said, the state of Texas has 1.5 million veterans just here in Texas. What I'm hearing from veterans as I travel up and down the district is that they just don't know. They don't know about this pact. They don't know it's available. And they specifically don't know that the deadline is today. And that's why I'm here with you all today, to encourage our veterans to begin the enrollment process to this PACT Act.
And what has been done, I mean, aside from doing interviews like this, to make sure that veterans are aware that that deadline is approaching? Let's say they are in a living situation where they don't have access to TV and can't see interviews.
So the VA on a national level has done social media pushes. They have done website emails to the veterans, talking to different veterans groups such as the American Legion. What I've done in Texas 15 is increased social media on my page, specifically on the PACT Act. We have put a specific button on my rep website so that veterans can go and Google Rep Monica de la Cruz. They'll go to my website. They can click on there to get more information and enroll. But we've taken the additional step of doing text outs to veterans and family of veterans. So we're making a big push here in Texas 15 to make sure that our veterans are aware and that they meet the deadline that is today.
Now, there's a backlog, I understand, of more than 250,000 claims. That number's still growing. Yet Veterans Affairs Secretary Dennis McDonough said his agency is doing better than expected. Any reaction you may have to that?
Well, as I hear from my veterans, of course, they are frustrated by that process. But the process is backlogged because they're moving from paper to electronic. And unfortunately, this takes time and it causes a backlog. But again, I want my veterans to hear, don't let that stop you. Begin the enrollment process today, because what veterans need to do is at least begin the enrollment process today. It can be finished at a later time, but they must start the process today. And that's what I want veterans to walk away with today.
So Republicans in the Senate derailed the passage of the PACT Act last year. Why did such an important bill, something that a lot of people will see as kind of a no-brainer, become a partisan issue?
Look, I was not a member of Congress in when the PACT Act was actually passed. But what I will tell you is, thankfully, it did get passed. Now, what we need to focus on is making sure that we don't get into the politics of Washington, D.C., but instead focus on this important deadline, which, again, today is the deadline. And veterans can go to the va.gov. They can go to my website, Rep Monica de la Cruz, and Google me. They can find a button there for more information and to begin the enrollment process.
Congresswoman, thanks so much for your time. We sincerely appreciate it.
Thank you.